to upstate New York. Fall colors abound, and we welcome you inside Highmark Stadium here in Orchard Park. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7, as it'll be the LA Chargers taking on the Buffalo Bills. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
And we are underway in Buffalo. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Here are the Chargers ready to go on offense, led by their first-round pick in 2020, the man out of Oregon, Justin Herbert.
I love just about everything about him. Love his game, love his makeup, love his moxie, one of my favorite words. This guy's a competitor. Gritty, tough, you name it, he's got it. But he did throw an interception in last week's game. That contributed to a loss. And despite the fact he threw 3 touchdown passes, he's going to be out there redoubling his efforts and trying to play better.
Herbert now. And right away, he lost the football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And his guys will take over at the 14-yard line in the red zone. A defensive-minded coach loves to bring the heat, brought the heat there, and it worked out.
And nowadays, all those defensive-minded coaches, for them, it's all about getting the football. I went into one facility, and as soon as you walked into the defensive room, there was a football, like on a spring, and each guy that walks in that plays has to act like he's knocking the ball free. They want those instincts created. They want them to think about that all the time, and that's what they try to preach.
Now a play fake here on first down. No gain on the play. And it'll be second down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Out of the shotgun, they'll run with Davis. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
It's now 3rd and 10.
They'll drop the throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
Motion.
Davis will take this over the line. Touchdown, Buffalo. So they brought the extra point game down to the 1-yard line, and they're able to push this one across.
Yeah, I can just see your face right now because I know we're mind-melding on this one. Coach Madden would love this. Power football, hat on a hat, chest to chest, driving forward, touchdown.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0.
Bills 7. Chargers nothing.
A drive there of just 4 plays. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. Here's the Bills kickoff unit out as they will send this one away. Well, now how about this return? And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42. Great return. The Chargers offense led by their running back headed out for the second possession. And we show you the NFL leaders in rushing touchdowns. And you can see where he's right up there amongst the league's best at finding the end zone. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. From the 46-yard line, a 2nd down and 6.
It's now second and 6.
Back to throw here, Herbert. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Herbert fires the out route and completes it to Harris. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
And the Chargers, first down.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. A short throw to Conklin, the tight end. Now a 2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6 at the 43-yard line.
Herbert back to the air. A quick throw there is incomplete. You look at this Buffalo defense. They come into this one ranked number 17, so just starting the bottom half of the league against the pass.
When they lack in pass defense, they do make up for it in run defense. They're a top 10 unit against the people trying to move the ball on the ground. But this is a passing league. So there's the conundrum for them. How do they get better defending the pass?
Chargers, first down. First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
I don't care how many times we say it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Now a 2nd and 10. Here's Herbert. That one complete to McConkey. 9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. Herbert going to keep it on his sneak. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard.
First down. First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Herbert going to give to Hampton. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. So if you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. Herbert going to keep it on his sneak. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. 2 yards is the pickup, and the Chargers are going to have a 1st and goal.
First down.
I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the first down.
And as we say often, it shows confidence in your offensive line.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Tyler Conklin, his first touchdown on the year. And the Chargers are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
Extra point up and good by Dicker. And we are tied at 7. That one was an extended drive. 14 plays all told. And the gadget play gets him into the end zone. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else. And now it's 3rd and 10.
No gain on the play. It's 3rd and 10.
Now back to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 35. That 3rd down conversion good for 23.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Up the middle to Davis. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. 2nd and
now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And that'll be incomplete. Josh Palmer, the intended target. And it's 3rd down. When you talk about the defense for these Chargers, they've been pretty solid against the pass, toward the middle of the pack, number 14 in the NFL.
And while teams don't like to talk about it, they're pretty proud of their rankings. But this ranking is going to be put to the test today because they're going up against a top 5 passing offense in this one.
On 4th down, Sean McDermott trots the field goal unit out there. This will be kicked from the 42. It's a 52-yard attempt. And his kick is absolutely perfect. That kick, by the way, Charles, a career long.
Well, we did watch him in pregame, and he hit from this distance, so not a surprise. But there still is something exciting about it, carrying it over from practice and pregame to actually doing it in live action.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
He's got a man. It's his fullback. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
Try to run for it with Hampton. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down.
Sometimes being a linebacker in the middle of the field is kind of like being a doctor on the field. You got to make the right diagnosis. Here he correctly sends his run and shoots through to make the play in the backfield.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. That's pulled in at the 32. It'll be a 39-yard punt, 4 on the return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got a back. Oh, he just snuck out there, and he's got a nice 1st down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? They were able to do that there. Nice pickup on 1st down.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. Second quarter now in Buffalo. It's the Bills in control of the football. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's a 2nd down and 4. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Complete. Brings up 3rd down and 4.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. That is caught. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 34-yard line. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. Snap will come from the 31 on second and 7.
Brings up second and 7.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Stopped short of the 25. The second effort couldn't free him. And this offense on third down today, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Again, he'll drop to throw. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have the Bills first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
That's another Bills first down. First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Inside give to Davis. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
2nd and 9 now. Now he'll tuck this and run. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 in the first.
At the 4-yard line.
They'll set up to throw. And it's caught. Only a yard on the completion. It's 2nd and goal.
Number 86, Dalton Kincaid. It's a gain of a yard.
Davis. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. This Charger defense continuing to hold the line. Now it's a 3rd and goal situation. Davis again. And I don't think he got in. He did not. They mark him short of the goal line. No gain on the play. And what to do now on 4th and goal? This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
They'll run with Davis. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. Ray Davis with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bills take the chance on 4th and goal, and it pays off with 6. Well, this defense held out as long as they could, but ultimately the running game wears them down from the 1-yard line.
And that gets set up throughout the entire drive, doesn't it? And when you put those big bodies and determination into that carry, the end result, touchdown.
Chargers 7.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And able to get this out to the 25. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They trail by 10, 17-7 as they come up on a 1st and 10. The drive begins with a carry by Hampton. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
Third and inches, and they got some extra beef up front. 3 tight ends. Herbert going to keep it on his sneak. And he is going to have the Chargers first down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1.
A gain of 1 yard.
There may have been a little bit of an element of surprise there. 3rd and inches, and they go quarterback sneak. I still feel like this is a play that often is reserved for 4th down.
So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Out of the gun, they'll run with Hampton. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 49-yard line. Here's Herbert. Now this one finds McConkey. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Chargers first down. A gain of 18 on the play. First down, Chargers.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Open man here is Conklin. And he's down into the red zone at the 16 after a gain of 16. 1st and 10.
Another Chargers first down.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. On 1st down, it's Hampton. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
2nd and 2.
A run once more with Hampton. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It'll be a gain of 2 on the play, but they'll remain a few inches short here with 3rd down looming. Herbert going to keep it on the sneak. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal, Chargers.
They'll run here with Pierce. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
2 minutes remaining in this 1st half of football. They'll try the air now with Herbert. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. A big win there defensively on 2nd and goal. A loss of 7, and it brings up 3rd.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Well, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
For the field goal, a 34-yard attempt.
And his kick is indeed good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. The Bills offense and their big play wideout getting ready to get back to work. And he's been filling up the stat sheet on a weekly basis, so to no one's surprise, his name sits near the top of the list in terms of most receptions by a wideout this season. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
It's a gain of 11. And the Bills first down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Open man downfield, it's Palmer. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That's good for 28 yards.
First down. First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22.
Out of bounds at the 21-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Back to throw again. Throwing middle, and it's complete. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone, and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. He connected on his first, this from 41. And his kick here is good. And that will do it for this first half. So halftime straight ahead. Let's get you down to the Sunshine State and Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the third quarter as we're ready to kick off the second half. Back out to our commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Scott, thank you very much. We are ready to get started here with the second half. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. And Charles, they got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half it didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Here's Davis to run again on second. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. Only a yard on the pickup, so from a good situation on 2nd and 2, it's now 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Davis, he'll try to run for it. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But it looks like they're ready to go.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. Now it's Herbert. So no gain on the play. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
That was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Finding space at the 40. Inside the 20. Touchdown, LA! Quentin Johnston, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers have got it back to within a score. Had the option to hand that one off or run it himself, but instead, a really easy quick pass.
I like the way they made a decisive decision and got it right to the receiver. One move later, he's in the end zone.
Extra point try now from Dicker. It's up and good, and the lead's now down to 3 at 20-17. The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. So here are the Bills to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. They go play action here on 1st down. That is caught. Kincaid with it. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 23 yards, the final tally.
Bills, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
They'll look to throw here. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Chargers' 37-yard line.
From the gun, a give to Davis. Oh, look at the juke. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo 1st down.
And the Bills, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
He'll look to throw. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. 2nd and 10.
Derwin James on the covering.
Back to throw. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Khalil Shakir, a 24-yard touchdown. As his guys are able to extend their lead. And right there, that fade route, that can be tough to stop.
If you've got the proper matchup and you've got a wide receiver who knows how to go up and get the football, the fade is really, really tough to stop, especially if the quarterback puts it in the right area.
Extra point splits the uprights, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it was all polished off with a Khalil Shakir touchdown catch. Oh, good move. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. And the LA offense ready for this next possession. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Again, it's Hampton. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Out of the gun, Herbert. A short throw to Conklin, the tight end. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down.
And the Chargers, 1st down.
From the 50, here's Herbert. They'll dump this off to Hampton, complete. They'll wind up getting just a yard. And that will bring up 2nd down.
1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and
Herbert.
at the 49-yard line.
And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Call it a loss of 5, a a big sack to bring up third down.
3rd and 14.
Back to throw here, Herbert. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 26. And now the Bills are going to stop it as they call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
First down, Los Angeles.
A shotgun snap for Herbert. He's got the tight end. That's Gadsden. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
First and goal, Los Angeles.
And they'll send the tight end in motion. Herbert now. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
Brings up second and
Play action. It's Herbert. Touchdown, Chargers. Quentin Johnston. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Chargers have cut it back within a score.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that in the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
Extra point up and good by Dicker. And the lead is down to a field goal. So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And here come the Bills. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. They begin with a run by Davis. And nothing much materializing there in the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. And they'll come up 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
They go again with Davis. Gets past one man. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46.
First down. 1st and 10.
Now a handoff to Davis. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Alohi Gilman on the tackle. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. From the left side, it's complete. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 24-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Shakir hauls it in. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Here's a 2nd and 7. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, he just did the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Another try for Davis. And this time he is in. Ray Davis, his third touchdown of the game and fifth on the year. And the Bills will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third.
Well, he's been the workhorse on this drive, and it would have been unfair to bring someone else in to finish the job. So they go back to him again, and he delivers with a touchdown run.
Extra point right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
34. Chargers.
A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Here's the Bills kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Chargers offense and Justin Herbert getting set for this next drive. And he had it going in the first half, that's for sure. He's really had his way with his secondary. They've been powerless to stop him. And he'll look to keep it rolling right here. They'll start it out with a run by Hampton. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. 64 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
They'll bring the tight end in motion right. Herbert going to give to Hampton. And he will maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. And that's also all for this third quarter of play. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Buffalo. It's Charger football, but they trail here as we get going in quarter number 4. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. And he's caught. And they got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. First down.
A 48-yard gain. And the Chargers first down.
You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Here's 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. He gets this to Hampton. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 21.
13 yards on the play. And the Chargers first down.
They'll work inside here, Hampton. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive, take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Here's Herbert. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pick up a 3. To the air again, Herbert. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Here's Herbert. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Grant Delpit in there to drop it for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. It has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football. See, that's now 5 sacks.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach trying to come up with an answer for this pass rush? What blocking assignments do you change? Can guys play a little bit better? And we're seeing the end result on the scoreboard. Long day in the pocket for their quarterback.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And this is back down to a 7-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Buffalo offense back out ready to go. Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10. Down the left sideline. And he steps out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or 2.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line.
A gain of 11.
They'll go with the keeper. And he is going to have a Bills first down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1.
At the 22-yard line.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21. If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the 4th quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand. They're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stack?
That's caught. Kincaid for the Bills touchdown. 14-yard touchdown. And the Bills are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. But that's certainly an important touchdown there. It makes this a 2-score game.
But as we've seen, no lead is safe in this one with the way these 2 offenses have lit up the scoreboard. I would imagine that on their sidelines, they're both yelling at their defenses, hey, you want to get involved here? One big play from you, that could win the game for us.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. Here's the Bills kickoff unit out as they will send this one away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder. It puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Back to throw. Herbert. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They snap it to Herbert. Going for the deep ball. He's got a man complete. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
And the Chargers first down.
Herbert throwing again. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now it's Herbert. They'll set up the screen to Hampton. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. So they'll wind up losing 7 on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. That had trouble written on it from the start.
Yeah, I'd say, partner, sometimes you just got to know when to surrender and mitigate the loss. Instead, he kept going backwards, and now it's 3rd and long. Good luck with this play call.
And he's got his man on the out route. But he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
A gain of 16. Brings up 4th down.
They will run forward with Hampton. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. On 2nd and 15 now. Herbert. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
A gain of 9.
In motion right is Johnston. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. He's got another one to Johnston. And he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And the Chargers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
A gain of 6. That's another.
In motion goes the tight end. Herbert back to the air. Touchdown! Rondé Gadsden taking it in. And the Chargers have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a one-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
So that drive spans 13 plays. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out ready to send it away. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. The Bills ready to take over. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. 1st down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. On play action, they'll throw. Finding Shakir across the formation. And the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. 53 yards rushing for him now to this point. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. Here now, 2nd and 4. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. And now here comes the 3rd of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21.
It's a pickup of 6.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a one-score game.
15-yard line.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
And, Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to one possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. In this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.
So for Buffalo, they pick up win number 4 on the campaign as they emerge victorious here. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for L.A., they dipped to 2-5 now with the loss. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.